as it looks like we got some guys pulling off for practice. We do have a couple minutes left here in practice. Just waiting for it to come around. How many heats? It is going to be... Oh, let's see what he's got it set up as. 4 heats. 4 heats, top 4 transferring, and then a C and a B main. So it's going to definitely be interesting here tonight. Why are my... Just trying to get my Facebook text messages over on this real quick. Give me 1 second. Why is it not working? Let's give it a little bit of a refresher. Yeah, I could see it there. I'm trying to get it up on I have a spot. There it is. There it is. Now it's working. All right. I'm just trying to get to where I can see it all. What go Moody, says Lovelace. Let's get ready for heat race number 1. Top 4 going to transfer through. Starting on the pole here in heat race number 1, it's going to be Jaden Sheehan with Billy Dawson in second. Going to be Thaddeus Marshall in that number 3 spot. Nick King in 4th. Brad Allman going to start in that number 5 spot. Zachary Mitzner in that number 6 spot. Josh Smith 8th.
All right, guys.
And Kevin Coburn in that number 8 position.
Top 4 to feature. Rest of the B.
We're going to get...
No quick repairs in the heat race.
It is I-55, yes. Yes, it is. All right, these guys are stacked up 2 by 2. We are looking for that green flag. I like camera number 1 at this track. As they come out of turn number 4, green flag is out. Green flag is out. Jaden's going to stick him into turn number 1 and 2. Billy holds it strong on the outside. He's going to take the lead down the back straightaway. Here comes Nick King looking to the outside of his teammate. Jaden out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway, down into turn number 1 and 2. Yeah, I'm getting him. I was making sure it was showing up over on my stream dashboard. Side by side for that number 2 spot. Here comes Jaden back down low as Nick King is taking that number 2 spot. Right now, it's going to be Thaddeus Marshall on the bubble. He's looking to get himself a little cushion as he peeks to the outside. Jaden. Jaden's going to shove it back up under Nick King. Here comes Thaddeus digging on that outside. Outside definitely rolling a little bit better here as they come out of turn 2. Oh, Thaddeus going to take that number 3 spot as Jaden's now on the bubble. Here comes Zachary looking down low. Battle for that number 2 spot. Nick King and Thaddeus Marshall side by side out of turn number 2. They're going to get back in line. Down into turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be 5 laps complete. We're halfway through. 5 laps to go. Oh, Jaden just pushed into turn number 1 and 2. Oh, contact for the number 2 position as Thaddeus is going to survive. Here comes Nick King back down low. Nick with the big crossover. That's going to allow Zachary up in the mix. This is a toss-up for that final transfer spot out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. King's going to hold on to that number 2 spot, but here comes Thaddeus back up underneath as Billy Dawson drives away as Nick King and Thaddeus going to throw sliders down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. King back up to the number 2 spot. Here comes Thaddeus with a run into turn number 1 and 2. Slides up the track. Nick King tries to come low. Thaddeus pitches him off. King gets up underneath him. He's going to push him through 3 and 4. Up the track goes Thaddeus. Here comes Zach in that number 17 machine. Zach's broken in. Oh, contact. Thaddeus and King up into the wall. Thaddeus is going to break a right front. Checkered flag is out. It's going to be Dawson with the win. Zachary second. Nick King and Jaden going on to the feature here tonight as I get a little bit of buffering issues there. Sorry about that. Look, that is not saying much. I think anybody could do a better job on Fox. If we're fair, yeah, that was good racing. Unfortunate for Thaddeus. Got a little physical for that number 2 spot. As we get ready for heat race number 2. Let's get ready for tonight's starting lineup. Remember, top 4 going to transfer through. Everybody else off to the consi. It's going to be Andy starting on the pole here tonight. Braden McDonald in that number 2 spot. Going to be Hunter Hensley in the number 3 position. Scott Scrap Metal Dobbs in 4th. Going to be Will Hanger in that number 5 spot. Colton Snyder in 6th. Oh boy, the fan favorite in the number 4. Justin Norwood's going to start all the way back in the 7th position with Gavin in that number 8 spot. 10 laps here in heat race number 2. Top. What's that? The little buffer. Well, the problem is there's something going on. I got to figure out what I downloaded on the computer that's slowing me down. I have too much stuff downloaded on it. I think I got to free up some memory as part of my issue because I save every replay from every race. And then there's a couple other little issues. I'm using OBS now. I was using Streamlabs, and converting over has been an issue for me. But it also saves me $20 a month. All right, getting ready for the green flag side by side up at the front. Ooh, a little bit of blinking there from Braden as they head through turn number 3 and 4, looking for that green flag. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Going to be Andy down low, top side. Going to be dominant here tonight on these restarts as Andy, oh, big slide out of Andy as Braden's going to, Will Hanger's going to take the lead on all that. So Will Hanger goes to the point in that number 19 as we got issues in the back. Scott Dobbs gets caught up. He's going to take the tow. Yellow flag comes out. Let's go take a look and see what happened to Scott Dobbs. Lot to process here. Yeah, 4 wide. Oh, he just gets stuck in the middle. Bad spot for Dobbs. He gets turned around, and he's going to say, I had enough. I'm going to go take the tow now. Last chance Dobbs. That's what we got to call him now. Well, I saved the replays, the iRacing replays. So I can go in and clip and rewatch and other things if I want to. Or sometimes somebody asks me about something, or I say, hey, I got to clip that wreck and I want to make a short out of it. So I save the actual game replay so I can go in and mess with it. That way I get every view. Sometimes I miss things. All right, I don't know if Dobbs is going to make it back out. Looks like they're giving him some courtesy laps here as they come down the back straightaway. Looks like it's going to be Will Hanger, Braden. I don't know. Andy in that number 3 spot. Colton Snyder 4th. Hunter Hensley in 5th. Gavin 6th. Justin Norwood 7th. Scott Dobbs will be in that number 8 spot if he makes it back out. Oh, Dobbs did make it back out, so it looks like we're going to be able to get that 1 to go this time by, I believe, as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Let's see if they get it. Let me know in the chat. You think Will Hanger can hold on for the rest of this one, or can somebody dig their way up to the front to challenge him for the win? All right, it is going to be 1 to go, 1 to go. They're going to stack him into turn number 1 and 2. Looking for that green flag this time by. Yeah, I could never hit the clip button in time. And it's not the same anyway. Hanger all but done. Yeah, Hanger's in a good spot. Green flag is out as they come out of turn number 4. Hanger going to send it into 1 and 2. Battle's going to be for the number 2 spot as Braden's up into the wall. Contact. He's going to fall out of that top 4. Looks like he might have a broken right front, not able to turn into turn number 3 and 4 as Hanger continues to lead. Colton Snyder in 2nd, Andy in 3rd. Battle's going to be for that number 4 spot as Justin Norwood digging down low on the bottom side. Going to race his way in on a turn number 4. Give him the number 4 spot that time by. Hanger out front leading the way. Andy in 2nd. Snyder and Norwood your top 4 as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Battle for the number 2 spot as Andy is rolling the bottom. Colton Snyder up high as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway looking for 3 and 4. Snyder going to look to the bottom side in turn number 3 and 4. Trying to dig up underneath. Can't quite get there. Single file for these guys into turn number 1 and 2. Snyder trying to find a way down low in 1 and 2. Can't get enough room. It's going to try to wedge him up maybe this time by as they come out of turn number 4. 3 laps to go. 3 laps to go into turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, single file, no moves made right now. It's going to be 2 to go at the line. Norwood's going to jump up to the high side. Yeah, every once in a while I get that frame drop for some reason here lately. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. I am using 100% of my GPU for some reason. I got to figure out what I can shut down. Hanger continues to lead. Andy in second. Colton Snyder third. Justin Norwood fourth as they come across the line. That's going to be the top 4 transferring through. Dobbs makes his way up to the number 5 spot. Looks like he's going to have a decent starting spot in the B main. All right. Oh, who gives Landon Moody the pole? Come on. Nobody wants to see Landon Moody out front. Just picking Moody. All right, starting on the pole here in heat race number 3. It's going to be the number 84 of Landon Dillon. Austin Moody. Landon Moody. All right, starting in second here tonight, it's going to be Clifford Driscoll. The Catfish going to be starting up high. Ethan in second, or Evan in second. Going to be Brett Caudill in that number 4 spot. Zach in 5th. Going to be Jacob in 6th here tonight. Cody Connor in 7th. And Robert in that number 8 position. I guess I should go find the field as they come down the back straightaway. They're going to get that 1 to go this time by. Into turn number 3 and 4. Who's it going to be here in heat race number 3? Can Moody hold on for 10 laps? Will the Catfish get him down on the bottom? I'll tell you what. If I was a betting man, I'd watch that number 93. Brett Caudill could be coming up through the field. Down the back straightaway, looking for the green flag this time by. Who's it gonna be? Green flag is out. Driscoll with a good jump on the outside. Moody's going to roll the bottom through 1 and 2. Great run on the bottom. Out of 2, he's going to slide up the track. Puts the brakes on Driscoll as Driscoll stuck back in second. Contact for the number 1 spot. 3 wide for third as Driscoll takes the lead. Caudill in second. Contact between, I think it was Evan and Moody as Moody tries to keep his head above water. Battling to transfer his way in as Brett Caudill is trying to get the lead from Driscoll. Top 2 going to be 3D racing as they come down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. I promise you, these guys are teammates, but they both want to win as they come down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Battle going to be for that number 3 spot as Cody Connor digging up underneath Moody as they come down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. They've got themselves a little bit of separation from those back 4, so they can race it out a little bit right now without too much hassle as they come out of turn number 2. Looks like Cody has that bottom side digging as here comes Brett Caudill looking for the lead up underneath the Catfish. Can't quite get there. I don't think I've ever seen the Catfish this high. What's up, Sullivan? What's up? Good to see you out there. I haven't been looking to see if we're getting any follows or anything. We getting any follows? We did get 3 follows. Thank you guys for the follows over on TikTok as they come out of turn at number 2 down the back straightaway. Driscoll leading the way. 6 laps complete, making 7 as they come across the line. Battle for that number 4 spot is pretty intense. Oh, Caudill's going to get the wall, knocks the bumper off, but it grows back as they come down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Clint goes go Moody as Moody digs up underneath Cody Connor. 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go. Looks like this one is Driscoll's race to lose as they come down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. They're going to get the white flag this time by Moody back up to the number 3 spot. Down into turn number 1 and 2. One last time. Driscoll leads the way. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be Driscoll and Brett single file out of turn number 4. It's going to be Moody in the number 3 spot. Cody Connor 4th. All going to the feature here tonight. Zach, Evan, Robert, and Jacob going to the Consi. All right, so that was an interesting one for sure. Guys, before we get into the consies, if you guys like the content, make sure you guys give the stream a like, a share, and a follow. Brad, thank you for the follow. And Give it a share, guys. Let's get some more people up in the stream to enjoy it with us. Come hang out. And wow, we got 23 people over on YouTube. You guys are freaking fantastic. I'm loving this YouTube pickup recently. That has been great for me. All right, heat race number 4 here tonight. Last of the heat races and then 2 consies. It's going to be Alan starting on the pole here in heat race number 4. Or sorry, Timothy starting on the pole here in heat race number 4. With Alan in second. Going to be Hunter in that number 3 spot. Donnie Watts in 4th. Dylan McKee going to start at number 5 position. Grayson in 6th. Nicholas Deaton in 7th. And Tyson Banks starting shotgun on the field in that number 8th position. Do not count out Tyson Banks. He is starting deep in the field, but I'll tell you what, Tyson. Appreciate it, Gavin. Tyson is pretty good. He could brace his way up through. Lovely says, go Timmy. Timmy. Looking for the green flag. Out of turn number 4. When's it going to fire off? Alan trying to get that roll on the top. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as Timmy going to roll that bottom through turn number 1 and 2. He's got Hunter on his heels as they got big contact and 3 wide for the number 3 spot. Oh! Alan up into the wall, gonna bring out the caution flag. Let's go take a look and see what happened there. I think this might have been a little bit of Alan and in a position that he did not want to be in. We're gonna back that up just a little bit. Let's take a better look at this one. All right. Yeah, they just all kind of came together. Alan tried to go down, and there just wasn't any room there. They were sliding up. Race and deal on the track. That's going to put Alan in onto pit road. We'll see if he gets that fast repaired. Donnie Watts down onto pit road as Timothy leads the way. All right, so quick caution here in heat race number 4. I guess that's a pattern of the even heat races here tonight. 2 had a quick one, and 4's had a quick one. 1 and 2 were pretty clean. All right, let's see. We are waiting on Alan to get that tow. Donnie, I think, is just getting some repairs done. He should just use... nope, they might have gotten too many laps. I don't know. No. He could have used that fast repair. Not sure why Donnie isn't using that fast repair, but he's going to get some damage repaired on that number 74 down on pit road. Donnie having to take that tow. I have not seen. It doesn't look like he's made it with the tow yet. Still a ton of damage on that car as Donnie Watts going to pull off a pit road in that number 74. Oh, looks like Alan made it. He's back out on to the track as we are going to get ready for a restart here. It's going to be Timothy leading the way. They're going to stack them up 2 by 2. Clifford's got a new paint scheme. Yes, I noticed. We got to get him a catfish. That's what we got to get him. Thank you guys for coming out. Guys, we have pretty close to 100 people watching this one. I appreciate you guys. As they head into turn number 3, and are we in turn number 1 and 2? We're going to get that one to go down the back straightaway. We are going green flag this time by. I think he did. We'll take a look at it when he's back out on the track. Looking for the green flag out of turn number 4. Zach, thank you for the like. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as Timothy going to roll that bottom. Hunter up on the outside. He is holding strong, but Timothy going to shut that door down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Timothy to the outside, going to run that cushion out of turn 4 down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Timothy rolling that high side is pulling away from the field. Look at this. I said don't count out that 747. He's up to the number 3 position as they come out of turn at number 4 down the front straightaway. What's up, Miller? I didn't see. Did I see? I did see it. I did see it. I don't remember it, but we're going to look at it when it comes back up. Remind me, Ryan, to look at that paint. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Battle going to be for the number 3 spot. Tyson Banks racing his way up. Started shotgun on the field. He's down on the bottom side. Rolling through turn number 3 and 4. Looking for second. Down the front straightaway into 1 and 2. Tyson Banks down low. Hunter McManus up high down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Banks has that bottom side rolling. He's going to have the number 2 spot that time by. 6 laps complete, 4 laps to go. Does Banks have enough time? He's going to catch the inside wall. That's going to cost him a little bit. Hunter back to the outside as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Oh, yeah, I did see it. Yep, he did do a good job. I do remember it now. Oh, Banks is going to hit the wall. Tries to shave off the front end of that number 747. Keeps it going straight out of turn number 4. Big run for Hunter. 2 laps to go down into turn number 1 and 2. Hunter has that middle side rolling pretty good. Tyson struggling with a little consistency down at the bottom side. He's going to roll 3 and 4 real good, but gets tight out of turn number 4. Wait, flag is out. 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go out of turn number 4. Down the back straightaway one last time. Or turn number 2, down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be Mesmer, Banks, McManus, and Watts going to the feature here tonight. Grayson, McKee, Allen, and Deaton going to the consies. 32 down to down. Oh, yeah? You don't say. Thank you for the like. Appreciate that. Appreciate that like. You know what I noticed? It doesn't show my chat over on TikTok Studio. All right, let's see. It is the C main. We're going to get 2 out of this one and 2 out of the next one. Let's go ahead and get ready for tonight's starting lineup. Starting on the pole here in the C main. LCQ number 1. It's going to be Brad Allman. Outside of him is going to be Zach Brazil with Josh Smith in 3rd. Evan's going to start in that number 4 spot. Kevin in 5th. Robert in 6th. Going to be Thaddeus Marshall starting shotgun on the field, or starting on the back row of the field in that number 7 spot with Jacob in 8th. Top 2 going to transfer. Can Thaddeus race his way up? This is I-55, John. I-55. Federation Auto Parts Raceway. All right, down into turn number 1 and 2. Should be getting that green flag this time by. Start is going to be on green. Brad Allman and Zach on that front row. You know, it is all 4-letter names in the top 4. It is some good racing. Donnie, good run to get into the race. Looking for the green flag out of turn at number 4. Green flag is out. Great jump by Brad. Josh Smith going to get a good jump. He's going to slide into the number 2 spot as Zach slides behind him down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Oh, we got one in the wall. It's going to be Evan in the wall in the 141. Will there be a caution? Oh, he gets into the inside wall. No caution flag. There they throw it. Caution flag is out as Ethan unfortunately gets some damage here on, I think that was lap number 1. Was it lap number 1? It was. So he should be able to take that fast repair and get back out there. Let's see. Oh, it looks like the 77 came up a little high. He reacts, gets into the wall. That's going to bring out the caution flag here in the C main. So caution flag on the track. Yeah, I seen that. I seen you sneaking through. I was just watching that battle for a second. I was watching that battle for a second because that was a good one too. By the way, we got some likes and we got some shares and stuff over on YouTube. Let me go ahead and give a thanks to Brad, Kevin, Gavin, Jaden. Thank you guys for those shares. Appreciate that. Brian, thank you for the follow over on TikTok. Appreciate that. We got 8 follows, and I definitely missed a bunch of them, but I appreciate every single one. Kyle says, let's go. You know, if they ever did this in real racing where the announcers talk to the chat, that would be freaking awesome. Green flag is out as they come out of turn number 4. Brad going to lead the way down into 1 and 2. Josh Smith in that number 2 spot as Zach tries to work him in that number 77. Thaddeus has a lot of work to do in that number 83 as he heads through turn at number 3 and 4. It's going to be 3 laps complete in this 10-lap race down into turn number 1 and 2. Trying to move his footway forward up to that number 5 spot, but can't seem to move forward. It is single file down on the bottom side. Robert doesn't care. He's going to dig the high side. He shoves it into 1 and 2. Into the wall just a tick. Here comes Thaddeus. Down low up underneath Kevin. He's going to make doors with Kevin heading down into turn number 3 and 4. He's looking for more up underneath the 77. Down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Battle for that last position as they come out of turn number 2 as Thaddeus tries to roll forward. Now up to that number 5 spot as Brad Allman continues to lead as they come out of turn number 4. It's going to be 4 laps to go. 4 laps to go. Thaddeus might need some help here. He's digging to the outside of that number 77, looking for third through turn at number 3 and 4. 77 up the track. Here comes Thaddeus down low. Thaddeus going to make contact as they come into turn number 1 and 2. Door to door, side to side. 77 going to give him a swipe out of the exit. Thaddeus going to take that number 3 spot as, wow, was the 77 trying to wreck him? As they head into turn number 1 and 2. Thaddeus up to that number 3 spot. 2 laps to go. He's going to need help, but they're going to get 1 to go at the line. Will they get that white flag? 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go down into 1 and 2. Here comes Thaddeus trying to roll hard. Josh got the inside wall down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. One last time. It's going to be Brad Allman going to the feature. Josh Smith going in second, and Thaddeus is going to be loading that thing up on the truck as they come out of turn number 2, 1 spot shy. Jacob in 4th, Zach, Robert, Kevin, and Evan rounding out the field. Do it for Dale, says Bradley. In the top 5. All right, let's get ready for... Kevin says he's got Hunter, Billy, and Andy in the top 5. All right, so everybody's gridded up for the B main. Oh, Braden did not grid up. It is going to be Scott Dobbs starting on the pole. Grayson Young in second. Going to be Hunter in that number 3 spot with Dylan McKee in 4th. Going to be Gavin in that number 5 position. Allen in 6th. Braden did not grid up, and Nicholas Deaton's going to round the field out in that number 7 spot. I just totally stumbled on my words. Let's go Dobbs, says Clint. What's up, Swank? What's up, buddy? All right, they got that 1 to go at the line as they head into turn at number 1 and 2. Leaders already rubbing doors. You got Will Hanger winning. That's probably a pretty good pick, honestly. But there's some big hitters in here. Hard charger, Gavin. Well, Gavin's got to make it in. Can he do it? Can he do it? As they come out of turn number 4, looking for that green flag. Green flag is out. Was Grayson early or was Dobbs late? That's the question here as they come out of turn number 2. Down the front straightaway into back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Dobbs up the track. Hunter going to look down low down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Hunter going to dig the bottom side as Dobbs up high out of turn 2, down the back straightaway. Looking for turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be Grayson out front. Battle's going to be for second. That final transfer spot. Dobbs gets him a little breathing room into turn number 1 and 2. Dobbs has got that high side roll and finally has it wound up. He has reeled in our leader, Grayson, through turn number 3 and 4, up to the outside. Oh, Grayson's going to lead it that time as they touch doors at the start-finish line. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, touch a little bit again into turn number 3 and 4. Dobbs has a broken left front already, but he had it at the line that time by. You got a disc with him? Oh, you're in the Discord with him? Nice. Down into turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be Dobbs on the outside. He's going to lead that time by as Grayson tries to fight back on the inside. Dylan McKee trying to make his way up to that number 3 position right now, trying to find his way around Hunter Hensley as they head through turn number 3 and 4. He's going to stay at the bottom. Hunter's going to stay up high. I think Dylan needed to slide up out of turn number 3 and 4. He had it, but that allowed Hunter to get the run on the outside as they head into 3 and 4 one last time. Not able to slide up this time. Hunter's going to take the number 3 spot. Battle for first person going home as they head through turn number 1 and 2. 3 laps to go. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Dylan up high. Dylan down low. Hunter up high. 2 laps to go at the line. Shit, I said 2 laps last time. My bad. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn at number 3 and 4. Dylan trying to roll that bottom side. Can't quite get it to go anymore. Looks like the bottom side might have gone away. That track has gotten slick as they come down the back straightaway one last time. It's going to be Scott Dobbs with the win in the B main. Grayson in second, both going to the feature. Hunter, Dylan, Alan, Nicholas, Gavin, and Britton going home. All right, that was pretty good. Do we have a warm-up? We do have an 8-minute warm-up. I don't know if they're doing a track reset or not. Let me look. Oh, they did. They reset it to 10%. Oof. All right. They're going to pull out on the track, burning this track a little bit. Colton Snyder on the track. Zachary on the track. Billy Dawson. We're going to get a few minutes of warm-up here before we get into tonight's feature. They're going to try to burn this track in a little bit. As you've seen, it was pretty burned in before, so they did some track work. Great run for Dobbs. Took him a minute to get in the rhythm. By the way, Dirt Series, thank you for the shares. Appreciate that. I'm sure one was on your page, and the other one was wherever else you shared it. All right, how we doing on YouTube? YouTube's still popping. 26 people over on YouTube. That is fantastic, guys. I appreciate you. Make sure you guys are getting those shares out there. Get those likes, get those follows as we are getting ready for some racing here tonight. It is going to be a wild one for the main event. Let's take a look at all the details. It is going to be 50 laps here for tonight's main event. That track is going to get slick. This track is narrow. People make mistakes. I love I-55, but it is tough, narrow, and we get some wrecking. Yeah, I saw you trying to dig, though, Gavin. That was a good run. That was a good run. All right, how we looking out there? Let me check a look at the TikTok. Did I miss any more follows? Doesn't look like I did. I might have missed one. I see those likes. Racer Boy, thank you for the like. Make sure you guys are getting those shares out there. 4.2K likes over on TikTok. You guys are freaking awesome. Can we get to 10K? Bubba, thank you for the follow. Shane, thank you for the follow. Racer Boy, thank you for the follow. Trey, thank you for the like. Appreciate that. I missed your follow. I'm sorry. Remy, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. You know, it's so hard when I'm calling the race to look at the follows. I got the chat in one spot and then everything else is everywhere else. Let's go, Moody. Don't step on it. Well, he needs to step on the gas pedal anyway. He's just... All right, so... getting ready for tonight's event here. Let's go ahead and see how much time we got. We got about... it's an 8-minute warm-up, but he does not always run it, so it might be a pretty quick one. Oh, no, you're good. I'm glad I got a chance. Norwood is getting claimed tonight. We'll see. We'll see. Norwood is always a contender. There's a couple people. I don't think you can count out Timothy. I don't think you can count out Driscoll. You definitely can't count out Brett. I mean, there's a lot of fast people in here tonight, and it's going to be awfully interesting to see how this one plays out. Looks like that's going to be the end of warm-up, and we're going to get into tonight's 50-lap main event. All right, this is the point. This is the point where you guys get that clip button ready. I got $1. I got $1 on Norwood's motor. All right, this is the point where you guys get those clips ready. So when I butcher someone's name, you can put it on Discord and rag on me a little bit about it, which I don't mind. All right, starting on the pole here tonight in that number 7C, it's going to be Billy Dawson. Outside of him in the number 19, it's probably one of the favorites here in the field to win tonight. It's going to be Will Hanger. Starting on the inside of row number 2, it's going to be the number 63, the catfish himself, Clifford Driscoll. Outside of him on the controller, it's going to be the 327 of Timothy Mesmer. Starting on the inside of row number 3, it's going to be Zachary Mitzner. Outside of him in the number 6, it's going to be Andy McLeod. Starting 7th here tonight on the inside of row number 4, it's the number 93 of Brett Caudill. Outside of him in the number 747, he's another one to watch out for. It's going to be Tyson Banks. Starting in ninth here tonight, it's going to be the king himself in the number 43. Starting on the inside of row number 5, it's going to be Nick King. Starting outside of him in the number 24 machine, it's going to be Colton Snyder. Starting in 11th here tonight on the inside of row number 6, it's going to be the number 84 of Landon Moody. It's going to be Hunter McManus in that number 12 spot. And then the rest of the field, we're going to go through this pretty quick because I think they're going green this time by. It's going to be Jaden Sheehan starting in 13th, Justin Norwood 14th, Cody Connor 15th, Donnie Watts in 16th, Brad Allman 17th, Scott Dobbs 18th, Josh Smith 19th, and last but not least, it's going to be the number 68 of Grayson Young. Looking for the green flag as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Who's going to hit that pedal first? Green flag is out. Dobbs is fast. Yeah, he needs to get in a rhythm. The fact that I'm sim racing late models, that's funny. If Norwood does not make... Heck, we know he's cheating. Down into turn number 1 and 2. For lap number 2, Will Hanger going to lead the way. Billy Dawson in second. Clifford Driscoll in third. He's going to dig the bottom. He's going to get the number 2 spot that time by. Hanger out front. I'll tell you what, Driscoll has some speed in that number 63, but he needs to take care of those tires. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Up underneath. Oh, Hanger, they make contact. Big save out of Driscoll. Driscoll going to lose that number 2 spot into turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Dawson. He says, let me get a shot at the number 19 as they hit through 3 and 4. It's going to be Hanger at the line. Dawson going to fall in line with Driscoll just behind him as Zachary and Brett Caudill battle side by side for that number 4 spot. Brett Caudill going to dig the bottom through turn number 3 and 4. Big run to the outside by Zachary Mitzner. I'll tell you what, that outside is definitely digging. What's up, Madman? When you hit that line right, he's got that thing rolling. He's looking for more. I'll tell you what, Dawson has the bottom side digging. Here comes Driscoll now down low as Dawson goes to the outside in turn number 1 and 2. We got a 4-car battle for that number 2 spot as they head through turn number 3 and 4 as Hanger continues to lead. Dawson might have this thing figured out. He was digging on the outside of 1 and 2. He went to the bottom side that time, and he has the bottom side figured out in 3 and 4 for sure. Yeah, he's definitely ripping up top. You are not lying, Remy. Down into turn number 1 and 2. These guys moving around trying to find out where they want to be as they come out of turn number 4. Some of their decisions are based on tire wear. Up on the top side, you tend to use a little bit more tire wear, a lot more throttle. So you can see some of these guys moving to the bottom just to save tires. Long race, 50 laps here tonight. Here comes the 17 of Zachary. Zachary going to get up underneath Brett as they come out of turn number 4, down into turn number 1 and 2. Side by side, thinking about 3 wide out of turn number 2. The Catfish rolling the high side here tonight as they head through turn number 3 and 4. I'll tell you what, Dawson putting a battle on for the lead as he gets doors with Hanger down the front straightaway that time. Down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. Let's see if he can get this bottom side rolling. He definitely did last time. Not able to get side by side as they head into turn number 1 and 2. He's going to roll the slick middle through turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. Trying to get that thing wound up. We're going to go back to the battle for third as Brett Caudill looks up underneath Clifford Driscoll into turn number 1 and 2. Yeah, they're doing a good job. Good job as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Brett Caudill down low trying to get up underneath Driscoll. He's got to be careful. 17 was peaking high. Zachary's going to get loose on entries. We got one into the wall. Down the back straightaway. That's going to bring out the caution flag. That is Jaden Sheehan in that number 5 machine. Let's see if we can go figure out what happened to him. Oh, there's a tire there, Jaden. All right, let's see if we can figure out what happened to Jaden. I might have to back it up. Yeah. Let's back this thing up and see what happened to Jaden. This looks like where it's going to happen. He was rolling for a while. I mean, we got a crash, Remy, but this wasn't. Oh, he just slid up and got the wall. Broke the right front. He's going to have to go take that fast repair back out on the track for the number 5 as Will Hanger leads the field. We are 14 laps into this one. All right, if this is your first time here, they do Delaware restarts in this series. This is Dirt Series Promotions, if you guys were wondering. Delaware restart. That's going to be the leader out front all by himself. He gets to pick where he wants to choose, top, bottom, middle, wherever he wants to go, and it'll be side by side for second on back. Second place does get to pick their lane, and that'll set up the rest of the field. Out of turn number 4, it's going to be 1 to go at the line. 1 lap to go as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Will Hanger has dominated this race so far, as it's going to be 15 laps complete when they take the green flag. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn at number 3 and 4. When will Will Hanger fire him off? Green flag is out. Green flag is out as Hanger gets on the gas. Great start by Dawson, Driscoll, and Caudill. Going to battle it out for that number 3 spot as they come out of turn number 2. Bottom side should have an advantage on these cooler tires. Caudill's going to take advantage. He's going to slide into that number 3 spot. Now a battle for that number 4 position as Driscoll is caught up high. Here comes Nick King in that number 43 as we got a battle for second as Caudill gets up underneath Dawson out of turn number 4. Watch that 93. He is rolling here tonight. Him and the 7 of Dawson going to make a little contact on entry at turn number 1 and 2. Tightens up Caudill's car. Able to survive. He's going to slide it in 3 and 4. Parks it in the middle. Dobbs needs to get up there. Dobbs has got a little bit of work to do. Where is Dobbs? Dobbs is back in 12th as it looks chaotic from the ticker. Back in the field as the battle is going to be for second. Dobbs putting the pressure on Hanger. We're going to watch the battle for that number 3 spot. That's what I meant, not second. As they come out of turn to number 2, down the back straightaway, Nick King really putting the pressure on Dawson. Through turn number 3 and 4, out of turn 4, down the front straightaway, Nick King trying to look up underneath that 7C. Now, one thing I have noticed over the years broadcasting this series, Nick King used to struggle at saving tires when they added the tire model. He has gotten a ton better with it. Let's see if he saves enough here tonight. Up there in the top 5, having a great run here as they head through turn number 3 and 4, getting his single file up at the front of the pack. Driscoll and Moody duking it out for that number 6 spot as they head through turn number 1 and 2, trying to get up underneath Zach, trying to peek their way into the top 5 as Moody rolling that bottom side. He's got that thing moving forward as they come out of turn number 4. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Driscoll now down to the bottom side. The Catfish rolling down low, bottom feeding through turn number 3 and 4. Landon Moody going to be stuck in the middle. 17 couldn't come down because Moody was there. They were almost 3 wide for that number 5 spot. Oh, a little bit of a stack up there. Everybody keeps it going straight as they come out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway through turn number 3 and 4. Dobbs now up to 11th. For those of you that were wondering, he is definitely ripping for sure. He's got Brett Caudill on his heels as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Nick King slides it in, almost gets into Caudill. Caution flag is out. Caution flag is out. Whoa, was Norwood caught up in this one? Uh-oh. I'll give you one guess who was involved in this. It's going to be the number 29. Oh, a little bit of contact there. Oh, the 6 gets in the back of Banks. And Dobbs gets the worst of that one. So the 6 of Andy McLeod gets into the back of the 747 of Banks. Gets him turned sideways. Nowhere for Dobbs to go. Dobbs is going to get turned around. Caution flag comes out for the second time tonight. 25 laps in the books, guys. We are halfway through this one. Hanger did not want to see that. Brett was so good on that last restart, and he's so fast. All right, so we're going to get him stacked back up here in a few. Looks like we got Brad Allman down on pit road. He's going to take advantage of a fast repair, get that car fixed up, come back out, and we are going to restack him, re-rack him once again. Poor Dobbs. Yeah, Dobbs, Mark's fault. Always Mark's fault. Always Mark's fault. They're going to re-rack him, restack him with Hanger out front leading the way. He is rolling that bottom side, keeping those tires nice and cool for this restart. He's going to need it because Brett Caudill is going to go ahead and get a great start here. He is so good at these restarts. able to take advantage of those cool tires on the last one. Will he be able to do it again here as they start to stack him up? Looks like he is going to pick that inside. No surprise there. I think that inside on the cool tires right now is the way to go, but he's got to get a good start. Of that top side might be the advantage. This track is definitely starting to slick out a little bit. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. When is Hanger going to fire him off? Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they come out of turn number 4, down into 1 and 2. Dobbs going to hold on to the number 2 spot, but here comes Dawson back to the outside on a turn number 2. Big run for the number 7. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Battle for that number 2 spot. Battle for the number 4 spot just behind him as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Hanger not able to shake these guys off as they head down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Contact for second. Top side. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It moves around a lot. The bottom side can work. If you're set up for the bottom, it will roll the bottom here too. I honestly, I don't know. These race real good, but I feel like the big block. Oh, contact. Dobbs almost turned up into the wall. He's going to keep that number 2 spot. Here comes Billy down low. He's going to get the door to Brett. Brett's not going to like that as they come down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. Will he push back? Nick King just behind him as the battle for the number 5 spot still continues to rage behind this battle as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Dobbs going to dig up high out of turn 2 down the back straightaway. Here comes Nick King 3 wide into turn number 3. 3 wide into turn number 3. Nick King's going to slide back up in line down to 2 by 2 for that number 2 position as they come out of turn 2 down the back straightaway. Oh, a little bit of contact as Dawson slid up but parked it on Nick King's nose. Nick King to third, but Dawson going to take it back down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Back and forth for third. That's going to give Brett Caudill a bunch of breathing room as they come down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. All this is good for our leader. These guys burning up their tires, trying to battle for one position forward. But Caudill does look to be reeling them in as they head into turn number 3 and 4. This figure, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Going to be single file up at the front as Nick King continues to try to dig up underneath Dawson into turn. Oh, he tries to slide him, but it's not there. They make contact. Somehow they keep it going straight. Give Nick King that number 3. Oh, no. Dawson turned down a little bit too soon. They make contact down into 3 and 4. King's going to get the inside wall. Slides up the track. We got a big battle for third now. Down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be Zachary taking advantage, jumps up to the number 4 spot. He's going to try to put pressure on the number 7. We got to keep an eye on that battle for the lead, but this is too wild to leave as they head into turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be Dawson in the number 3 spot. They're 3 wide for 4th behind them. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4, side by side now for that number 4 spot as they come out of turn number 4. King trying to dig back forward. Will there be some payback as they come out of turn number 2? Big dig on the high side by Mitzner up on the high side into turn number 3 and 4. He's going to hold on to that number 4 spot. Moves Nick King back to the number 5 position as here comes Driscoll up underneath Moody through turn number 1 and 2. Look at the just look at the craziness back here. I don't even know what to say about this. Absolute insanity back here in the pack as they are trying really hard to wreck as Banks and Timothy get together as they come out of turn 2. Big contact. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Let's go check on our leaders as Brett Caudill continues to work the 19 a hanger. And this battle for second continues to rage on. The 17 going to bounce off the wall. Nick King down low into 3 and 4. You don't necessarily need a steering wheel, but you definitely need a computer. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Contact into turn number 3 and 4. King up the track. King is getting pushed around a lot here in this number 43. He's going to dig down to the bottom in 1 and 2 once again as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway looking for 3 and 4. Oh, man, Zachary is pushing it. He is sitting right on that quarter panel of the 43 each and every time. It's almost cost them as they come through turn number 1 and 2. Big dig on the outside. Zach is going to keep it. Timothy in the 327 runs on a controller. He's probably the one that you'd want to talk to about controller settings. Got a little bit of controversy on the racetrack right now as these guys are beating and banging 3 wide down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Nick King going to try to move up to that number 4 spot out of turn number 2. It looks like he's going to get it as they head through turn number 3 and 4. But here comes Zach digging back on the outside. Zach is just letting it hang loose up on the high side. Nick King going to slide up the track. Zach back with the crossover. Out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Here comes Nick King back down low. Battle for 4th. It's absolutely phenomenal as they come out of 4 down into 1 and 2. We got a battle for the lead as Brett continues to pressure the number 19. Brett gonna dig to the outside. Can he get that nose up high? Almost gets there. Gets down low on 1 and 2. Gives him the door into turn number 1 and 2. Side by side for the lead. White flag is in the air. 1 lap to go through turn number 3 and 4. Checkered flag in the air. It's gonna be Hanger for the win. Brett Caudill second. Dawson in third. Zachary fourth. And Nick King in fifth. Holy shit, that went by quick. I looked up and we were on lap 49. What a race here tonight. Little bit of drama up on the track as Nick King is not happy with Dawson. But Hanger with an impressive win here tonight. We're going to go through these results, and now I'm going to go ahead and pull in our top 3. All right. Oops, I hit the wrong button. Let me pull up the results. We'll go through these results, and then we'll bring in those guys. It is going to be Will Hanger with the win. Brett Caudill in second. Billy Dawson in third. Going to be Zachary in that number 4 spot with Nick King in fifth. Driscoll going to be in the number 6 position. Landon Moody in 7th. McManus in 8th. Going to be Snyder in 9th. Banks in 10th. Cody Connor in 11th. Going to be Josh Smith in that number 12 spot. Jaden Sheehan in 13th. Timothy Mesmer in 14th. Going to be Donnie Watts in 15th, Scott Dobbs 16th, Justin Norwood 17th, Brad Allman 18th, and then Andy McLeod and Grayson Young going to round out the field. Fantastic race here tonight. Don't go anywhere. We're going to bring these guys in. Top 3. All right. Hold on. We are missing one. Yeah, very few people can run on the controller well. Timothy's one of the few people I know that can. What's up, Squints? Yeah, it was a great race. It was a great race. All right, there's Hanger. All right. Well, good race here tonight. Billy, man, you had your hands full here tonight in that 7C. Great race, though. You were up at the front a little bit, had an elbows up race with Brett, and then, man, that battle for third. You had to be holding your breath half the time.
Yeah, I wasn't real sure what to really go for. I burnt the right rear off real early, trying to keep up with Will, but Will was just way too fast for me to keep up, and then Brett caught up to me, and I was just hanging on for dear life for 3rd place, running around with them.
Yeah, Hunter's out in the chat. Good run, Hunter. Good run, Hunter. But yeah, so you were out there. That battle for third, though, I mean, it was really tough to hang on. Nick King was real good. Zachary, man, he was digging that high side better than anybody else probably on the track, except maybe Brett. And then you had Moody and Driscoll up in there. I mean, you had to be pretty uncertain about getting that podium here tonight. I mean, a lot of good drivers up there, and they were putting some serious pressure on you.
Yeah, them last few laps, I wasn't real sure if I was going to hang on to it or not. The right rear was starting to feel like it was just straight glass on the track, and I kind of seen Zach and them down in the relative box catching up to me, and I was like, oh man, are they coming early? And then I seen 5 to go, and that's when I knew we kind of had to lock down and pull away just a hair more, and then we pulled out to 3rd.
Well, good run. Why don't you go ahead and give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Shout out to CSS. Them dudes have made me fast from the start of my sim career, pretty much. Elite Artworks, and that's about it, really.
Well, good run, and now we're going to talk to Brett. Brett, any bad words you need to say today?
No, I'm perfectly all right.
Man, what a race here tonight. you definitely had a big battle for the number 2 spot. Billy did not make it easy, but good fun running. And then, man, you dug and sat patiently behind Will. I feel like you needed a couple more laps. You guys were pretty close, but you had that high side digging.
Yeah, the fighting for the second spot, that was some great racing. And I mean, there was some rubbing and stuff, but that track was just so locked down that you kind of had to. I wasn't trying to be a dick about anything. Actually, at one point, I got into the back of Will and then backed out of it to give him the spot back because I wasn't going to try to take it that way. But on the last lap, there was definitely, I threw one in there on the bottom and I wasn't going to clean him out or break him, but it was the only option I had. I feel like I had a little more speed or maybe a little more tire or something there at the end, but it was a hell of a fun race. At least that, I'll say, mentally challenged bastard from last week didn't show up this week.
Just so you know, I did clip that for the soundboard. I just can't play it on stream.
Yep.
But yeah, you and Billy. I think you and Billy had some mutual contact. I mean, it was just hard racing. It's so hard. This track gets so narrow with that one groove, and you had that top side dig, and it just didn't look like you could get the nose there soon enough to get the top side on Will. So, I guess getting down to the bottom, and sometimes you got to make room here, and he's going to lock down the bottom if he can. So, good run out there tonight. Why don't you go ahead and give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Yeah, thanks to my wife. I know my parents are watching tonight. 3D Racing, House of Speed, West Side Signs, Justin Norwood Sim Sports, MDI TV for putting the stream on, and then Dirt Series for putting the series on.
Well, good run. Look forward to seeing you next week. And Will, man, 2 for 2. I mean, what do you
Not
say?
easily.
No,
Not easily.
Tonight was definitely not easy. I mean, Brett is on. I mean, even when they were racing side by side on the restarts, you weren't just pulling them. And then you and Brett break away, and he's staying on your heels, and you're probably doing everything you can to say, how do I save tires and pull away from him? And he just would not let you go. I mean, that had to be a little bit nerve-wracking knowing this track can get pretty wild pretty quick.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I saved a little bit at the beginning. I wouldn't let myself get out too far in front of Billy and keeping the car straight. Not trying to slide it. And I was like, okay, I feel pretty comfortable at the end. And then, I don't know if we had a restart, and then Billy chose the bottom, and then or I don't know what happened. But anyways, Brett got the second, and I was like, okay, I've saved enough. I'm gonna start pushing now. And then I didn't gain any. I was like, uh-oh, and I would push as hard as I could without, making mistakes. And then, he'd stay right there with me, and then I'd gain a little bit. And then there was like 2 or 3 times that I'd gained quite a bit. I think he went and tried something. And then he was just right back to my bumper. So I was like, okay, I don't really know what to do at this point. I'm just staying the bottom. I knew that the top and 3 and 4, top 1 and 2 with a wall tap is hard to defend and hard to beat, but it's, it's the way that the spoilers are now, it's kind of risky. And so I knew that the best thing that I could probably do was just lock down the bottom.
Well, you guys got the cleanest 3 cars on the track. Everybody else was pretty beat up. This is a tough track. It's tough to be consistent. You see some of the best on the sim. I'll use Hauser as an example that struggle at this track. It's so hard to be consistent. What is the key here? I mean, what is the key to be consistent and fast?
I really don't know. I don't think I figured it out myself. Now, whenever it's up around the wall, or there's a wall at any track that I go to and it just gets right up against the wall, then I'm, pretty fast. But here, it develops like a rubber line right in the middle of the racetrack. And, if you hit it, you're good, you're stuck. But if you miss it, you get freight train in the bottom. So realizing whenever that rubber line comes in and making sure that you're slowing down and keeping the car straight. And a lot of people on the sim struggle with throttle control. Whenever it gets slick as I-55 or, like a linear slick, you really got to focus on, slowing down, being easy on the throttle, and leaving straight. So I think that's where a lot of people mess up.
Well, great run here tonight. Why don't you go ahead and give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Yeah, I mean, first off, I got to thank Brett, for running me clean. He got into the back of me, but he lifted. He could have just drove on through me, and took the lead and won it that way. So I'm definitely going to remember that next time that we're racing, him lifting, and running me clean. So that, I'm very much a driver. I'm going to drive you how you drive me, and him doing that, gained my respect. So I look forward to having, many more races like that close. but also respectful. So shout out to him. Appreciate him running me clean. All y'all for putting it on. You for streaming it. Hangers Harbor Flooring, Hangers Custom Glass, Play Clay Farm, Scooters Bar and Grill, Matt Tech Industrial Solutions, and Hangers Goat Piss, as always.
Well, good seeing you get another win here tonight. Look forward to seeing you next week, and enjoy the victory.
Thank you, Mr. Baxter. Good to see you.
Good seeing you, bud. All right, good race, fantastic race tonight. We're going to call that a night. Appreciate every single one of you coming out and watching. We'll be live tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow, by the way, Anthony, thank you for the follow. Tomorrow, because of the time change, Big Block Modifies, Monday Night Modifies will be 1 hour earlier. So make sure you tune in at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. And the late models will be at 8:45. So see you guys tomorrow. As always, until next time, be safe and have a good night.